Yes, we love it. It just sounds so good. Is that going on your Amazon wish list, or is that going on your Amazon wish list? Oh my god, I'm so excited for all these books. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I have a very exciting book haul for you guys. Obviously recently I have been so obsessed with the thriller genre and I have kind of become a self-proclaimed thriller queen and I am loving it. If you watched my last weekly reading vlog, you will know that I went around the charity shops with my mum and I did mention that I had picked up quite a few thriller books that I was keeping to myself so that I could film this haul just now. Charity shops are one of my absolute favourite places to go to buy books. Obviously I love the idea of just like passing between people and everyone can enjoy that book. I love giving to charity and it's just so much fun to go into a charity shop thinking, oh, I wonder what I'll find today. And obviously some days you go in and you find nothing and it's quite disappointing, but other days you just get some absolute treasures in there for ridiculous prices. So yeah, charity shopping is one of my favourite ways to spend a couple of hours or even a whole day if there's a lot in one town. So yeah, I love it. This time I went into one town and I kid you not, it must be like Thriller Village because every charity shop that I went into was chock-a-block full of thriller books and I was living for it. So I did actually end up picking up 8 books for the ridiculous price of £4. Yeah, just let that sink in for a moment. 8 books for £4 and 4 of these books are books that were highly anticipated for me. They weren't on my wish list anyway, so when I saw them all, you best believe I was happy. So yeah, today I just thought I would go through the books that I bought and have a little chat with you guys. So if you would like to know the thriller books that I bought in my recent charity shop haul, then keep watching. So the first charity shop that I went into was actually the one where I got 4 of my most anticipated thriller books. They were doing a deal where basically it was 2 for 99p on paperbacks. 2 for 99p. So I managed to get 4 of my most anticipated thrillers for £1.98. I know. Crazy. So yeah, those thrillers I picked up were, first of all, Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. Please excuse the stickers, I have not had the courage to take those off yet because I do not want the books to be ruined, so they're just sitting there just now. But this of course is the book that the Pit Netflix series that is out right now is based on. I have watched half of the Netflix series but never got around to finishing it. I am watching it with my mum and basically we've both been super busy so we've not had a chance to sit down and finish the series, but I was really enjoying what I had watched so far. I did think when I was watching it I would love to read the book because there are 3 characters, all of which are a little bit shady, all of which I think could be seen as unreliable narrators. In this book I'm pretty sure we get all 3 perspectives and it'd be really interesting to read that and see what they're keeping from us and what they're keeping from each other. I am so excited to read this one. I will read the blurb for you guys. So it says, Louise. Since her husband walked out, Louise has made her son her world, supporting them both with her part-time job. But all that changes when she meets David. Young, successful and charming, Louise cannot believe a man like him would be attracted to her. That all comes to a grinding halt when she meets his wife, Adele. Beautiful, elegant and sweet, Louise's new friend seems perfect in every way. As she becomes obsessed by this flawless couple, she can't help but wonder, are they really this perfect? But only when Louise gets to know them both does she begin to see the cracks. This one I am so excited for. Like I said, the Netflix show I was really enjoying and I have heard quite a few people say that the ending is really good. So I'm excited to read this book and see what I think about the ending in this. The next book I picked up in the 2 for 99 pence deal that I was highly anticipating is Blood Orange by Harriet Tice. This one I have heard mixed opinions of, but I have seen it doing the rounds on various book platforms and I've been really intrigued by it. The cover I absolutely love, like obviously blood orange, the colours there, and also this smashed glass here. That intrigues me. I want to know what the story behind that is. This one says, Alison has it all. A loving family and a career on the rise. She's just been given her first murder case to defend. All is never as it seems. This one basically follows the character of Alison Wood, who it says drinks too much, is neglecting her family and her affair with a colleague is getting out of control. She then gets a client who confesses to killing her husband, says, I did it, put me away, I want to plead guilty, but Alison does not believe her. She thinks there's something amiss in this and she thinks if she can save her and find out what is going on here, it will also help her save herself. She also has someone who knows about all of her dirty little secrets, who is, I think, threatening her with those, threatening to obviously make her lose everything. So she's dealing with both these things at once, and yeah, it just sounds like quite a dark, addictive thriller that I am really looking forward to getting round to. The next one that I got in this charity shop is one that has been so high on my list for such a long time, especially since I got into thrillers. It's one that everyone absolutely raves about, and that is Final Girls by Riley Sager. Riley Sager as an author is one that I've been told to pick up so many times, but I have yet to read one of her books. This one is the one that everyone talks about, that everyone loves, so I'm so excited. And also, again, this cover, even if I didn't know of this book, I think I would be picking it up because I just love it. Like the black and white with the hot pink. Yes, we love it. So this one says, first there were three. The media calls them the Final Girls, the infamous group of survivors that no one wants to be part of. Then there were two. But when Lisa dies in mysterious circumstances, Sam shows up unannounced and angry. Can there only ever be one? All Quincy knows is one thing: she is next. Now that is a very sort of ambiguous blurb. I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen in this book, but to be honest, I don't want to know. I'm not going to look up any more synopsises. I really want to go into this one quite blind and just live the ride that Riley Sager has for us. It is said to be one of those ones that you can't put down. I don't know if I'll maybe save this one for like a readathon, because obviously we love a thriller readathon. Plans are in the works for more of those, so yeah, I might hold on to this for that because I feel like it's going to be such a like immersive read that I just can't stop reading. The next book I picked up was The Chain by Adrian McKinsey. This was the last book that I got in the 4 or 2 for 99p deal, and this one I was highly anticipated at the time that I got it. A good friend Tabitha was reading it and she had really enjoyed the first half. However, after I got it, I have heard the second half isn't as great, but then Tabitha did say just to read it for the first half anyway, and it wasn't that the second half was bad, it just wasn't as good as the first half. But then I have heard a lot of people DNF it for the second half because they just didn't think it was necessary at all. So I don't know, I'm ready to form my own opinion. But this one says, your phone rings, a stranger has kidnapped your child. To free them, you must abduct someone else's child. Your child will be released when your victim's parents kidnap another child. If any of these things don't happen, your child will be killed. Victim, survivor, abductor, criminal, you'll become each one. You are now part of the chain. Like, I'm sorry, but that blurb just screams wonderful thriller vibes. Like, it just sounds like such a fast, exciting, dark, suspenseful read that I was really looking forward to. So yeah, like, I'm not totally throwing it out the window as one that I keep kicking my tripod. I'm not totally throwing it out the window as one that I definitely don't want to read anymore. I do want to read it and form my own opinion. Like I said, even if it's just for the first half that I really enjoy, that's fine. Yeah, I'm still glad that I got it. So the next charity shop that I went into was doing another deal, which I did not actually realise until I got to the counter. So all the books said that they were 75p each, so I was like, amazing, I'll pick up a few. And then when I got to the counter, she was like, oh, that's £1. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? She was like, oh yeah, it's 3 for £1. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe I should go back and get some more. No, I had a little bit of self-control and I stopped, but 3 for £1? I'm sorry. This is why we love charity shops. So I actually got 3 thrillers, obviously, in this charity shop, all of which I have never heard of, but all of which just the title, cover and blurb grabbed me, so I picked them up. Sometimes I think it's a lot of fun just to pick ones up that you have absolutely no idea about and possibly find a new favourite that you can then recommend on to other people. Again, please ignore the stickers, but the first one I got was The House Swap by Rebecca Fleet. This one, immediately, it was the cover. Like, it just looks so dark and sinister and just all the vibes I was wanting. This one says, when Caroline and Francis receive an offer of a house swap, they jump at the chance to have a week away from home. After the difficulties of the past few years, they've worked hard to rebuild their marriage for their son's sake. Now they want to reconnect as a couple. On arrival, they find a house that is stark and sinister in its emptiness. Then gradually, Caroline begins to uncover some signs of life. Signs of her life. The flowers in the bathroom and the music in the CD player might seem innocent to her husband, but to her they are anything but. It seems the person they have swapped with is someone she used to know, someone she's desperate to leave in her past. But that person is now in her home and wants to make sure she'll never forget. Like, honestly, I get shivers just reading that blurb. That just sounds like everything I want from a thriller. Sounds like it's one that's going to keep me on my toes, that I am going to be dying to know what is going on. And yeah, I'm so excited for that one. I've never even heard of Rebecca Fleet, so I'm going into this one completely blind to her writing, but I'm really hoping to enjoy it. The next one I got in this little 3 for £1 deal was Now You See Me by Chris McGeorge. I actually picked this up originally because I was like, oh, Now You See Me, I know that film. You know, the one with like the magicians sort of thing, but it's kind of like thrillery vibes, but like quite playful and light. So I picked it up thinking, oh, is there a book of this? No, they just have the same title, but once I read the blurb I was like, okay, well I'm gonna need to get it anyway because now I'm really intrigued. Also, again, the cover. I feel like thriller covers just hit differently. Like, I don't know who is designing them, but they just do such a good job. Like, honestly, this cover. It's beautiful. So this one says, "Now, my name is Matthew McConnell. You've probably heard my story. I took 5 of my friends on a boat through the longest canal tunnel in England. It takes 2 hours and 26 minutes to travel through that tunnel. 6 of us entered, but I was the only one to come out. Don't. It was pitch black in there. I don't know what happened to them, but I'm the only suspect, and if I don't find out how they disappeared, I'll be sentenced for murder." I'm sorry, but it just sounds so good. I need to know what happened in that tunnel. I need to know what happened to his friends. I believe him. I don't think he had anything to do with it, but what was in that tunnel? What happened, you know? I need to know. The final book I got in the little 3 for £1 deal was Friend Request by Laura Marshall. This one, I don't know, just the idea of friend request, when I saw that like sticking out like this, I was just grabbed. Like, I wanted to know what this friend request was all about. This one says, "Maria Weston wants to be friends with me. Maybe that had been the problem all along. Maria Weston had wanted to be friends with me, but I let her down. She's been hovering at the edge of my consciousness for all of my adult life, although I've been good at keeping her out. Just a blurred shadow in the corner of my eye. Almost, but not quite out of sight. Maria Weston wants to be friends, but Maria Weston has been dead for more than 25 years. Is that going on your Amazon wishlist, or is that going on your Amazon wishlist? It just sounds so addictive. I need to know who sent in this friend request. What's going on? What's happening here? It says, "Heart-stopping, addictive and unforgettable. Friend request is the next obsession for thriller fans everywhere." And we know I'm a thriller fan, so oh my god, I'm so excited for all these books. The final book I got, I went into a final charity shop and all of their books were £1 for paperback. So, I mean, I was going to use the word pricey compared to the others, but £1 for a paperback, so no. But this one is one that I've actually seen in quite a few charity shops. It just seems to be one that a lot of people have picked up, read and then put away. Like, I think a lot of people do seem to do that with thrillers. I don't know if it's something about thriller readers, that's how they work. I don't know. This one I've seen in quite a few, and the fact that I kept seeing it in lots of different shops made me think, maybe I need to have a little look at this one. Maybe there's something about this that everyone was wanting to read it. And that is 13 by Steve Kavanagh. I don't know Steve Kavanagh. I didn't know anything about this book until I read the blurb, but I picked it up. I read this little captiony bit here and oh my god, it sounds so good. So this, like, you don't even need the blurb. All you need is, "The serial killer isn't on trial. He's on the jury." Like, what? That sounds interesting. And it says on the back, "The murder trial of the century is here. A ruthless prosecutor, a brilliant defence lawyer, a defendant with a secret, and a serial killer on the jury." It just sounds like it's going to be such a wild, addictive, maybe twisty ride, and I am here for it. I need to know how he managed to get himself on the jury, how he got away with this, and I need to know about the defendant with the secret. There's a defendant, so someone has been tried for these murders, but the one who actually committed them is on the jury. Like, how has that happened, guys? How has that happened? I am super excited to read this one too. So those are the 8 books that I managed to pick up in the charity shops last week. All 8 books cost me a grand total of £4, and all of them sound amazing. I cannot wait to dig my teeth into all of them. Like, I feel like Final Girls is probably like my most highly anticipated, but then when I think about the blurbs for like all of these, I just want to read them all. I'm so excited. So yeah, that is it for my little thrift shop thriller book haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some good thriller recommendations. Let me know if you have read any of these books and what you thought of them. Let me know if you're adding any of them to your wish list, because I love it when people really like my recommendations. It honestly means the world when people comment saying, "Oh, like, you talked about this book and you loved it so much, so now I'm reading it and I'm loving it too." Like, I just love to spread the book love. It makes me so happy. So yes, that will conclude this video. As always, if you did enjoy the video, then do please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe for more bookish content from me. Comment down below with any of your thoughts and feelings, and I shall see you in my next one.